time on...
But believe it or not, another company had faith in this property because it was good enough for a comic to go on for 50 fucking years and to get a movie. So, like, that's something, I guess.
Do you got? Have an answer for me. Have something planned. Or where do you want to skate? Don't say, oh, I don't know. You know, you can't do that, man. It's like the other day at Belmont, you did a fakie trace, down 9, and then you locked a kid in the trunk. I shit you not. You fucking locked a kid in the trunk. The kid asked for a sticker, and Frost snapped. Just went berserk on him. And I've never seen that side of you, and it frightened.
Yeah, that's right. Netflix picked up the rights to Marmaduke. So for some fucking reason, in 2022, we get another Marmaduke movie, which was probably just made to cash in on fans of the original movie because no one gives a shit about the comics because they fucking suck. Yeah, so Marmaduke is a Netflix original movie that exists. You see, the thing about Netflix is they'll just fucking greenlight anything these days because they want to look better in comparison to all the other streaming services. And I guess they looked at Marmaduke, they're like, fuck it, this is an intellectual property. This was a successful comic back in the day, even though no one gives a shit about it now. And it already got an adaptation, which was a bomb, but like, it already got an adaptation. It reached adaptation status in 2010. We gotta revive this bitch. Bro, what if we made a movie about a girl who was tall, and we called it Tall Girl?
Approved!
And then we made a sequel to the movie about the girl who is tall and called it Tall Girl 2.
Approved!
Oh, let's make up 7 fucking seasons of Big Mouth and a spin-off.
Approved!
After seeing Andrew's penis, it's all Nick can think about, as he wonders if everyone but him has—
Oh shit, the Boss Baby made money at the box office. Bro, we gotta make a Boss Baby show.
Approved!
Oh, sorry. I didn't realize your brother was a liberal.
Oh, because liberals are always trying to make excuses for shitty people.
Dude, we already made child porn with Big Mouth. Let's capitalize on child porn and buy the rights to Cuties.
Approved!
Hi, cuties. Guess what I just watched? Now, it's a solid film. It's a good movie. Definitely better than most movies. This film does try to make you sexually aroused by 11-year-olds. And I'll say it's not bad at it.
Did it, Patrick! We saved this
network.
Then there's the occasional best thing you've ever seen that Netflix drops, like the Castlevania series of unfortunate events series, Marriage Story, El Camino, The Irishman. Majority of things they just bought the rights to, but still. I did actually like the first season of Stranger Things. I stopped watching after 2 because it was bad, but like, I liked that first season though. That was good. Hell, even things I haven't seen have like respected reputations. I haven't seen Squid Game, but like, people fucking love it, man. I've heard good things about BoJack Horseman and the early seasons of House of Cards as well. Orange is the New Black and like tons of other shit I've never seen, but like have good reputations. Too bad it's surrounded by so much fucking doo-doo. You know, speaking of Breaking Bad, you know, FX passed on Breaking Bad, so like Netflix does not want to be FX when they passed on Breaking Bad, so like, they're just gonna buy the rights to everything. Netflix, like, just give me a show. Like, why can't I have that? I'm perfectly qualified. I did absolutely nothing. If that's not qualification, then I don't know what is. But let's say Marmaduke becomes the hottest shit of all time a second, and then Hulu bought the rights to the Marmaduke movie. Then everyone would go to Hulu to watch Marmaduke, and they'd lose customers. Who cares if it's very painfully obvious that Marmaduke is not going to be the next thing? No, we have to buy fucking Marmaduke. God forbid, we can't let Hulu have fucking Marmaduke. In fact, I recommend you go on IMDb right now and give Owen Wilson Dog Movie a 10 out of 10. Hashtag Marmaduke Sweep. Hashtag Release Marmaduke 2. Hashtag Wow. Hashtag Family Guy. Hashtag Family Guy Funny Moment. Hashtag LOL Family Guy. Hashtag LOL South Park. But I like how the Marmaduke 2022 is a Netflix original and is a real thing. Like, this is real? I'm in denial that this is fucking real. But I first heard about this movie from a tweet that said something along the lines of, Netflix Marmaduke is the worst thing I've ever seen, no exaggeration. And then my reaction to that tweet was like, what the fuck, there's a Netflix Marmaduke? Because, like, Marmaduke is not a name I hear in public very often. If you scream Marmaduke, I'm gonna turn around. A, because you're screaming, and B, because you mentioned a childhood icon of mine. Like, I had no idea another Marmaduke movie was even happening. This video that you're watching right now was planned for 2021, but didn't happen due to time constraints. But I'm actually glad those time constraints happened, because that means I don't have to make 2 Marmaduke videos. Because originally, I was just gonna talk about the Owen Wilson movie, but no, there's a new Marmaduke. When I actually sat down to watch this movie, it was somehow even worse than I expected, in that this is a low fucking bar. And one of the biggest reasons why it sucks is that it got rid of the legendary performance by Owen Wilson and replaced Owen Wilson with Pete Davidson, who is Marmaduke. Now, if you didn't know, Pete Davidson is a war criminal wanted in 17 countries. Like, this guy fucked Ariana Grande before she was black. And this guy fucked my mom. This guy got a Hillary Clinton tattoo for some reason.
I don't know who created Pokemon Go, but I'm trying to figure out how we get them to have Pokemon go to the polls.
This guy stole Kanye's hoochie. This guy fucked Kim Kardashian. This guy stole the election from Yeezy. This guy burned my crops. Pete Davidson is evil. Alright guys, so breaking news. Pete Davidson and Kim Kardashian broke up. No more of that epic couple that everybody loved and clearly wasn't toxic from the start. So any jokes about that, just forget that was in it. Written and recorded before this all happened. And I guess the moral of the story is don't be a fucking idiot and comment on celebrity drama when you don't have the time to comment on celebrity drama when making fun of celebrities. But it turns out Pete Davidson is going to trauma therapy because Kanye made fun of him on Instagram. What a great excuse for trauma therapy. What you do? Your whole family died? Nah, bro. Yeezy made fun of me on Instagram, and that's actually insulting to people with serious trauma. Like he's just so caught up on his own fame because, you know, he's playing Marmaduke, he's making the big bucks, he's fucking, like, apparently all the hottest celebrities in Hollywood. This is one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my entire life, which, considering the entire cavalcade of crap I've talked about on all of my time on this channel, that is saying a lot. So it's not as bad as the Slim Shady Show, it's not even the worst movie I've ever seen, but, like, it's not far off. Which I was not expecting to be this fucking bad. But easily the biggest issue with the movie is the character design style, specifically the weight and body proportions of all the characters. All the characters are just like fucking stick figures. Like, how are they standing up? How is this geometrically possible? Your ass gonna snap like a lollipop, eat a sandwich, holy hell.
Jumping to a standing position with a head of this size puts too much strain on the feeble spine. Like trying to hold a bowling ball on a stick of angel hair pasta.
It's like stick figure proportions, but like poorly drawn, exaggerated character heads. Like, and like I said, the weight proportions are another issue. Like, how are they even fucking standing up? It reminds me of the 2019 Addams Family background characters designs, as well as Illumination character designs, with the Illumination aspects being overly skinny and overly tall. I would say Katie, the pet owner from Secret Life of the Pet, Lucy from Despicable Bitch 2 and 3, and Herb from Minions are the worst offenders of this character design trope for Illumination. And this is easily as a result of the cheapness of the characters. See, if you're gonna make the character anatomy more complex, you know, that's like more expensive to design and render and shit, so let's just make them all fucking popsicle stick. But I don't know, it shares the same, like, cheap popsicle stick effect of the Illumination characters. Oh, also the fucking witch noses on everybody. I hate that shit. Oh, like fucking Vector from Despicable Me 1 is like probably the worst offender of that. Probably the second worst design in the entire catalog, right behind the Grinch. Like, bro, the lyric "termites in his smile," not fucking pressed white strips in his smile. Why are his teeth fucking white? But Pete Davidson, Netflix Marmaduke 2022 art style is Illumination's worst aspects of character design on crack. But like I said, it has the worst aspects of Illumination's character designs. The adult female designs are another monstrosity entirely. And keep in mind, one of them is a main character in the movie. Like, what is with her ass and the hair on her head? The proportions make absolutely no sense and are incredibly distracting. Like, why? Why did they make her ass that big? How is she standing up? Why does the hair move like that? Like, the size of the female characters' asses is a genuine geometric problem with the design. One of the worst design choices in the movie is making all of the girls' asses look like that. Genuine geometric issue. Like, you know how people, like, a joke about how, like, all the Pixar moms are, like, so thick? But if a character designer for this movie was just genuinely horny, that is a reasonable explanation. But that's just, it's like a genuine geometric inconsistency. Like, I hate the way the women's asses looks. How are you standing up? Another genuine geometric issue that is just the fat characters look like fucking weevil wobbles. They look like a completely different species. These don't look like morbidly obese versions of the healthy characters. Like, I have a hard time believing that these are two different weight proportions within the same body structure. Like, that doesn't add up. Why is everyone this skinny, and why is everyone this fat, and why are the asses so fat? Like, the character designs, like, are some of the worst I've ever seen. It doesn't really adapt the comic either. Like, there was a missed opportunity for, like, an actual 3D comic design. Now, the actual comic design is not really that distinguishable from any other comic. Again, it's just a dog doing shit. You know, Peanuts is distinguishable because of, like, the character's body structure. There's still room to, like, adapt page to screen, you know. In fact, that has been a trend in recent years. Or hell, even bringing up Garfield Uses a Gun movie, like, that actually does an okay job of making the 2D characters 3D. Like, there is some genuine geometric resemblance. This is just like whatever the fuck this is supposed to be. There is zero illusion in creating a moving graphic novel. Like, you figured Netflix would want to get on that game. But don't worry, guys, we got Pete Davidson Marmaduke. But the film starts with Pete Davidson dog jumping into a pool from a high distance, but he somehow splashes the water so heavily that it floods the entire fucking house. This is the entire movie's brand of comedy, you know, just like, if it's convenient for a joke, we can just deny all logic really quickly, but then retcon it later. Like, you figured that wouldn't be possible, but no, Pete Davidson dog likes to do a little bit of trolling and floods the entire fucking house somehow. Apparently, the greatest dog trainer ever, like, wants to train him and use him in competitions, even though Pete Davidson dog clearly misbehaves. Like, his motivation for using Pete Davidson dog makes absolutely zero sense. Now, you figured he'd be a twist villain, but his character isn't a twist villain. No, he's like a teacher character. And so it proceeds into training scenes, which for some reason, the Marmaduke has anime powers, which is obviously just done for joke convenience.
Read, nigga! Read!
But they waste, like, a stupid amount of time training to fill 90 minutes. But then we get introduced to the antagonist, who is barely even in the movie, and is voiced by J.K. Simmons.
Hey, look at me, I'm British.
Wow, epic fail.
J.K. Simmons' dog convinces Pete Davidson dog to eat an entire buffet. And as I watched this movie for the first time, I knew where the joke was going. Oh, he's gonna have to fucking poop and he poops on the stage or something. But no, this scene completely subverted my expectations, at least in terms of presentation. So, like, I thought he was gonna, like, shit on the stage or something. But no, even though he's a dog and can just shit in the grass around him, he can't find a toilet, but he sees a bowl, and it's not a toilet bowl, it's the fucking trophy. Now my prediction for the joke turned into, oh, he's gonna fucking poop in the trophy, and he does poop in the trophy.
Check out the situation, hyperinflation.
You want to know what they do along with pooping in the trophy? Oh, well, it turns into, like, a giant fucking nuclear holocaust fart. and there's a 2-minute scene of like characters screaming in agony in slow motion, which is a complete tonal shift that comes out of nowhere, all because Pete Davidson dropped like a fucking Schindler's List dookie. But due to the fact that he was trained by the greatest trainer, the trainer still needs to get paid, except he was intending to receive funds from the competition victory money. So, due to the fact that the family is going to go bankrupt from the fart holocaust, there is actually one decent joke in the whole movie where the dad is looking at the bill expense and it turns into a Star Wars title scroll. That was actually pretty clever. So anyway, the whole family's gonna go bankrupt, so just like in the Owen Wilson movie, Pete Davidson dog decides to run away because, like, dogs do that, I guess. And then apparently he goes around the world, presumably instantly, and just goes all these random countries that somehow. But by the time he comes back from, like, his epic traveling around the world, he's gonna try and win a competition again, even though we already had a competition scene. What's the point of making 2 competition? And then the third act of this movie is just a bunch of random dog show shenanigans, and it keeps going on and on and on and on for like 30 fucking minutes straight, and it was painful to sit through. It is a desperate attempt to fill a runtime, and there's a Gangnam Style reference.
Holy shit, I'm gonna come.
Like, this shit would be boring to watch in real life. I don't want to watch it in a movie. Oh, and then right at, like, the third act of the movie, for some reason, there's a love interest out of nowhere, even though she's only in the movie for, like, 2 fucking minutes. And the trainer has a love interest out of nowhere, too, who looks like a Lucy from Despicable Bitch. Like, girl, why are you destroying all of the lean? Also, there's, like, a bunch of other dogs who are just racist stereotypes, like, get this, the Chihuahua loves tacos because Mexico. Oh, there's a Shih Tzu which has anime powers for some reason, and the Shih Tzu reveals J.K. Simmons' dog from earlier was actually cheating, and it turns out J.K. Simmons' dog didn't come in first place. Oh no! But then Pete Davidson's dog almost dies and is presumably dead. And, of course, because it's a kids movie, there's a fake-out death, which I established I am not a fan of multiple times. But it's a weird one. There's like a full-on, like, funeral scene for like 2 minutes of mourning over the corpse. Except it's like a kid's movie, too. He doesn't look dead. He just looks like he's on the fucking ground. Like, did you check his heart rate? He's not fucking bleeding. His fucking skull isn't in pieces. Like, he looks alive, and he is. It'd probably be best if there was no fake-out death at all. But Pete Davidson dog isn't dead, and everyone's happy, and then the movie just ends for some reason. In fact, it's not even implied that Pete Davidson dog got first place. Like, I figured that would be a conflict of bankruptcy. Like, you figured the cheater would get exposed, and he got first place. But, like, no, he doesn't get first place. Is the family going bankrupt? What? It doesn't even acknowledge this plot. You see, in stories, there's these things you're supposed to have called resolutions, and this movie did not have a resolution. It just says, okay, fuck it, we hit the 1 hour, 28 minute mark, even though it felt like 3 fucking days. Okay, we got, we got to the feature length mark. Let's go get some Jimmy John's. The movie's over, folks. And in fact, multiple conflicts in the movies and, like, conclusions for characters are just resolved off screen in the credits, which feature 2D designs of the characters, which do look slightly better. They're not entirely comic accurate, but this looks better. I kind of wish the whole movie was like this. But the worst fucking thing about this is that it ends with a fucking Marmaduke rap by Pete Davidson. Jesus.
Then there's cats, I gotta chase them. It's a dog's job, it's my description. Cars and bugs, postman and a cat. I chase them all and then I sleep on my mat. I sleep all day, I sleep all night. Don't wake up until the morning light.
Like, this is about the worst way you could end a movie. A bad rap song by Pete Davidson. And it's basically a dance party ending as well, but that's not like a scene. It's just in the credits along with, like, tons of other characters' conclusions for some fucking reason. And it ends out of nowhere, so that's the Pete Davidson Marmaduke 2022, which was somehow even worse than I expected. Like, my expectations were already so low, and I didn't expect it to be this bad. It's a low-budget Netflix adaptation of something that wasn't good to begin with and already had an adaptation that was terrible. So that random tweet I saw about it was the worst thing I've ever seen from whatever user that was, shout out to you. I really hope this does not get a sequel, but it's Netflix and it's a cheap kids movie. You never know. They might just start pumping these things out like Ice Age. I really do not hope for Pete Davidson and Marmaduke 2. If that happens, I'll talk about them, or if Hollywood really has faith in fucking Marmaduke, I'll talk about them, but...
Spooky Buddies is safe for another day, because the dog is this thing.
Alright, it's holding up.
It's tough, though, man.
Yeah.
It's
You
really
did yours
tough.
too, right?
Well, I tore mine at the courthouse in like '93.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, and I've never really, you know...
What's up with your footage?
What'd you say?